First Contact Terror Captain Marcus Stone gripped the armrest of his command chair as the UES Horizon shuddered under another impact. The bridge lights flickered red, casting eerie shadows across the faces of his crew. 3 weeks ago, they had been on a routine exploration mission to the Kepler 442 system. Now they were fighting for their lives against something that defied every military protocol in the book. "Status report," Marcus barked, his weathered face tense with concentration. "Lieutenant," Jake Morrison's fingers flew across his tactical console. "Hull breach on Deck 7, sir. Emergency bulkheads are holding, but we've lost life support to sections 12 through 15. Through the main view screen, Marcus watched the sleek obsidian vessels of their attackers weave through space like liquid shadows. The alien ships moved with an organic grace that made his skin crawl. They didn't follow predictable flight patterns or use conventional weapons. Instead, they seemed to drain the very energy from the Horizon systems. "Sir, incoming transmission," Communications Officer Rita Vasquez announced, her voice barely steady. It's coming from inside our ship." Marcus felt his blood run, cold. "That's impossible. We haven't been boarded." The main screen flickered, and a face appeared that would haunt the nightmares of every crew member present. She looked almost human, but her pale skin seemed to glow with an inner light. Her eyes were deep crimson, and when she smiled, Marcus could see elongated canines that gleamed like ivory daggers. "Greetings, humans," she said, her voice carrying an otherworldly melody that seemed to echo in their minds. "I am Nixara of the Sanguine Fleet. Your vessel has entered our hunting grounds." Chief Engineer Tommy Rodriguez whispered from his station, "How is she broadcasting directly to our bridge? Our communications are heavily encrypted." Nixara's crimson eyes seemed to focus directly on Marcus, as if she could see him through the screen. "Your technology is primitive, Captain Stone. We do not need your permission to speak with you. We have been watching your species for some time, studying your potential." Marcus forced himself to stand straighter. "This is Captain Marcus Stone of the United Earthship Horizon. You have attacked our vessel without provocation. State your intentions." The alien woman tilted her head, studying him with predatory interest. "Intentions? We are hunters, Captain. Your crew carries something we need. Something warm, red, and flowing through your veins." The bridge fell silent except for the hum of failing systems. Everyone understood the implication, but nobody wanted to voice it. "However," Nixara continued, her smile widening to reveal more of those terrifying teeth, "we are not unreasonable. Surrender half your crew to us, and we will allow the rest to return to your little blue world with a message for your leaders." Marcus clenched his fists. "Never." Nixara's laugh was like wind chimes made of bone. "Then you will all serve our purpose. Prepare to be boarded, Captain Stone. The Sanguine Fleet hungers, and humanity will learn why the galaxy fears us." The captive's revelation. The battle was over in minutes. The Sanguine Fleet's boarding parties moved through the UES Horizon like deadly phantoms, their pale forms gliding through corridors with supernatural speed. Marcus found himself locked in the ship's conference room with his surviving senior officers, watching helplessly as his crew was systematically rounded up. Dr. Helen Cross, the ship's xenobiologist, pressed her face against the reinforced viewport. "Captain, they're not killing anyone. They're just collecting them." Marcus joined her at the window. In the corridor beyond, he could see Nixara personally overseeing the operation. She moved with fluid grace, occasionally stopping to examine captured crew members like a connoisseur selecting fine wine. "She's choosing specific individuals," observed Security Chief Ramon Valdez. "Look at the pattern. She's selecting the youngest, healthiest members of the crew." Lieutenant Morrison's voice was barely a whisper. "They really are vampires, aren't they? Like from the old Earth legends." Before anyone could respond, The conference room door dissolved into metallic dust. Nixara stepped through, flanked by two other pale figures. Up close, her inhuman beauty was even more unsettling. Her skin seemed to absorb light, and her movements defied natural physics. "Captain Stone," she said, settling into a chair across from him with predatory elegance. "You and your officers will serve a different purpose than your crew." Marcus remained standing, his jaw set in defiance. "We won't help you hurt innocent people." Nixara's crimson eyes sparkled with amusement. "Hurt them? Captain, you misunderstand our nature entirely. We are not the monsters your primitive folklore painted us to be." Dr. Cross leaned forward, her scientific curiosity overriding her fear. "Then what are you?" "We are the Sanguinari," Nixara explained, her voice taking on an almost professorial tone. "For millennia, we have wandered the stars, seeking species with compatible genetic structures. Your blood is not food to us, Captain. It is transformation." She stood and began pacing around the table, her fingers trailing along the surface. "Every drop of human blood we consume creates a bond. We do not drain your people dry like savage beasts. We share our essence with them, and in return, they share theirs with us." Security Chief Valdez scoffed. "And what exactly does that mean for humanity?" Nixara stopped directly behind Marcus's chair. "It means immortality, Mr. Valdez. It means the end of disease, aging, and death. It means your species could spread across the galaxy with abilities your current biology cannot imagine." The room fell silent as the implications sank in. Dr. Cross was the first to speak. "You're offering to make us like you?" "Not like us," Nixara corrected. "Better than us. The Sanguinari evolved our abilities over millions of years. Humans who undergo the transformation retain their creativity, their emotional capacity, their innovative spirit. You become something new, something the galaxy has never seen." Marcus turned to face her. "And the cost?" Nixara's smile was enigmatic. "The cost is trust, Captain. Trust that evolution is not always destruction. Your crew members, who volunteered, will return to Earth as ambassadors of change. They will show your leaders what humanity could become." Lieutenant Morrison stood abruptly. "Volunteered? You captured them." "Did I?" Nixara gestured toward the viewport. In the corridor, Marcus could see his crew members moving freely, talking animatedly with the pale figures. They didn't look like prisoners. They looked excited. "The choice," Nixara said softly, "has always been theirs to make. The transformation begins." 3 days had passed since the Sanguinari had taken control of the UES horizon, and Captain Marcus Stone was beginning to question everything he thought he knew about first contact protocols. The ship had become a strange hybrid of human technology and alien enhancement, with corridors that now pulsed with bioluminescent veins and systems that responded to thought as much as touch. Chief Medical Officer Patricia Wells emerged from the transformed medical bay, her face pale but eyes bright with scientific wonder. "Captain, you need to see this. The crew members who underwent the bonding process, they're not just alive, they're thriving." Marcus followed her through corridors that had become almost organic in appearance. The walls seemed to breathe, and the lighting adjusted automatically to their presence. In the medical bay, he found Ensign David Park, who had been among the first to volunteer for Nixara's transformation. "Captain!" David's voice carried the same warmth it always had, but there was something different about him. His skin had a subtle luminescence, and his movements were more fluid, more precise. "I know how this must look, but I need you to understand. This isn't what we thought it was." Dr. Wells activated a holographic display showing David's vital signs. "His cellular regeneration rate has increased by 400%. His immune system has been completely reconstructed. Every biomarker indicates not just perfect health, but enhanced capabilities far beyond normal human parameters." Marcus studied the readings, his tactical mind processing the implications. Enhanced how? David smiled and held up his hand. With barely a thought, the metal stylus on the nearby desk floated into his palm. Telekinesis is just the beginning. My reflexes, my strength, my cognitive processing speed, everything has been amplified while keeping my personality completely intact. Nixara appeared in the doorway as if materializing from shadow. Your Ensign Park speaks the truth, Captain. The sanguinary bonding process doesn't replace human nature. It perfects it. Marcus turned to face her, his expression still wary. And what do you get out of this arrangement? Purpose, she replied simply. For centuries, my people have wandered the void, searching for meaning beyond mere survival. Humanity offers us something we lost long ago, the capacity for growth, for change, for hope. She moved to a wall display that now showed a star map of the local galaxy. The Sanguinari Empire once controlled 1,000 worlds, Captain. We were powerful but stagnant. Your species, however, has something we've never encountered, the ability to adapt and innovate at an exponential rate. Chief Engineering Officer Lisa Chang entered the bay, her face flushed with excitement. Captain, the modifications they've made to our engines. We could reach Alpha Centauri in 3 weeks instead of 3 years. The energy efficiency alone could revolutionize space travel. Marcus felt the weight of decision pressing down on him. You're asking us to change the fundamental nature of human civilization. Nixara nodded solemnly. I'm offering you the opportunity to transcend your limitations while retaining everything that makes you human. Your curiosity, your determination, your remarkable capacity for both creation and destruction. Dr. Wells stepped forward. Sir, from a medical standpoint, the transformation appears to eliminate genetic diseases, extend lifespan indefinitely, and enhance cognitive function without any apparent negative side effects. The choice must be made freely, Nixara emphasized. No human will be transformed against their will, but those who choose this path will become the bridge between our species. They will help the Sanguinari remember what it means to dream, and they will help humanity reach for the stars without fear. Marcus looked around the room at his crew members, all of whom were watching him with a mixture of hope and anticipation. The tactical part of his mind recognized that this was potentially the most important decision in human history. What happens to those who choose not to transform? He asked. Nixara's expression softened. They remain human, of course. We're not conquerors, Captain Stone. We're partners offering an invitation to evolution. The choice of world's news of the UES Horizon's encounter with the Sanguinari spread across Earth's communication networks like wildfire. In the command center of Luna Station, Admiral Frank Richardson stared at the massive holographic display, showing the transformed crew members who had returned as ambassadors. The political implications were staggering. They're not human anymore, declared General Maria Santos from the Joint Chiefs. How do we know this isn't some form of alien mind? Control? Dr. Patricia Wells, now serving as the primary liaison between Earth and the Sanguinari, appeared on the main screen from the horizon. Her appearance had changed subtly since her own transformation. Her hair had a silver sheen, her eyes held flecks of starlight, and there was an otherworldly grace to her movements. General Santos, I can assure you that my thoughts, my memories, and my loyalty to humanity remain completely intact, Dr. Wells said calmly. The transformation enhances rather than replaces. I am still the same person who took the Hippocratic oath 20 years ago. President Elizabeth Harper joined the conference from Earth's capital. Dr. Wells, we need to understand the full scope of what's being offered. Can you explain the process in terms our scientists can verify? The transformed doctor nodded and gestured to someone off-screen. Nixara appeared beside her, her presence causing several military officials to instinctively reach for weapons that weren't there. President Harper, Nixara said with a slight bow. I understand your species' caution. In your position, I would have similar concerns. Perhaps a demonstration would be more persuasive than words. She placed her hand on Dr. Wells' shoulder, and both women began to glow with a soft, golden light. The sanguinary bonding process creates a symbiotic relationship at the cellular level. Human DNA is not overwritten, but enhanced. Watch. Dr. Wells picked up a piece of damaged metal from the Horizon's hull. As they watched, she began to reshape it with her bare hands, molding the alloy like clay, while her skin remained unmarked. Enhanced physical capabilities, she explained. But observe. She closed her eyes, and the metal began to form intricate patterns, beautiful geometric designs that would have taken human artists days to create. The transformation also amplifies creativity and intuitive problem-solving abilities. Admiral Richardson leaned forward. What about military applications? If your people can do this to themselves, what prevents them from using these abilities against us? Nixara's expression grew serious. Admiral, the Sanguinari could have conquered your world centuries ago if that was our intention. We've been watching humanity since your Renaissance period. We're offering partnership because your species has something we need: the drive to explore, to question, to grow. Captain Marcus Stone, who had chosen to remain unaltered, stepped into view. Admiral, I've spent weeks observing both species interact. The Sanguinari aren't conquerors. They're lonely. He activated a display showing various alien civilizations throughout the galaxy. They've encountered dozens of species, but none with humanity's adaptability. Most advanced civilizations become static, focused on maintaining their achievements rather than pursuing new ones. We're different. President Harper studied the data. Captain Stone, as the ranking military officer, present, what is your recommendation? Marcus took a deep breath. Madam President, I recommend we proceed with a limited trial program. Volunteers only, with full disclosure of the process and its implications. The potential benefits to humanity are extraordinary. Dr. Wells added, the transformation is reversible within the first 90 days, though no one who has undergone the process has chosen to reverse it. General Santos remained skeptical. And if this is a trap? If we're voluntarily weakening our species? Nixara smiled sadly. General, your species has survived ice ages, plagues, wars, and environmental disasters through adaptation and cooperation. The Sanguinari transformation simply offers new tools for survival. The choice to use them remains entirely human. She gestured to the star map. Out there, beyond your solar system, are threats and opportunities your current biology cannot handle. Radiation levels that would kill unprotected humans. Gravitational fields that would crush your bodies. Distances that would take generations to cross. But transformed humans, Dr. Wells continued, could explore gas giant atmospheres, survive in hard vacuum for extended periods, and maintain perfect health during centuries-long interstellar journeys. President Harper was quiet for a long moment. How many volunteers would be needed for this trial program? 1,000 individuals. From various professional backgrounds, Nixara replied. Scientists, engineers, artists, philosophers, soldiers. Let them experience the transformation and report their findings to your government. Admiral Richardson nodded slowly. A reasonable proposal. Full medical monitoring, psychological evaluation, and voluntary participation. The choice, Nixara emphasized once more, must always remain with humanity. The New Dawn 6 months after first contact, the transformation of human civilization had begun in earnest. The volunteer program had expanded from 1,000 to 50,000 individuals, all of whom had chosen to undergo the Sanguinari bonding process. Earth's first interstellar colony ship, the UES New Horizon, prepared for its maiden voyage to Proxima Centauri with a mixed crew of transformed and unaltered humans. Commander Rachel Torres, one of the first volunteers to undergo transformation, stood on the observation deck of the New Horizon, watching Earth grow smaller in the viewport. Her enhanced senses could perceive electromagnetic patterns invisible to normal human eyes, and she found herself seeing the beauty of space in ways she never could have imagined. "Second thoughts?" asked Dr. Michael Chen, the ship's unaltered chief science officer, as he joined her at the viewport. Rachel smiled, her luminescent skin casting a soft glow in the darkened observation lounge. "None whatsoever. Though I do wonder what we'll find out there." The transformation had exceeded everyone's expectations. Enhanced humans could survive in environments that would kill their unaltered counterparts, process information at superhuman speeds, and manipulate matter at the molecular level. Yet they retained their fundamental humanity, their curiosity, their compassion, their drive to explore and create. Captain Stone, now serving as Earth's ambassador to the Sanguinari, entered the observation deck accompanied by Nixara. The alien woman had changed as well during her time among humans. Her formerly pale features now held warmth, and her crimson eyes sparkled with something that looked remarkably like joy. "The final systems check is complete," Stone announced. "We're ready to make history." Dr. Chen activated the ship's communication array. "This is the UES New Horizon to Earth Control. All systems nominal. Crew status optimal. Beginning interstellar transit in T-minus 60 seconds. Throughout the ship, transformed and unaltered humans worked side by side, their combined capabilities far exceeding what either group could achieve alone. The enhanced crew members handled the exotic physics of faster-than-light travel, while their unaltered colleagues provided the innovative thinking and emotional intelligence that had made humanity special. Nixara moved to the central console. "The Sanguinari fleet will accompany you to Proxima Centauri. Our ships will serve as your guides through the deeper regions of space, where the dangers are considerable." She paused, her expression becoming distant. "For the first time in millennia, my people have a purpose beyond mere survival. You have given us hope, Captain Stone, the chance to grow again, to become more than we were." Rachel stepped forward, her enhanced senses detecting the emotional resonance in Nixara's words. "The partnership has changed both our species. Humans are becoming something greater than we were, but we're still human, and the Sanguinari are rediscovering what it means to dream." The countdown reached 0, and space around the New Horizon began to fold in ways that defied conventional physics. The ship slipped between dimensions, carrying its precious cargo of human ambition and alien wisdom toward the stars. On Earth, President Harper watched the departure from Mission Control. "Status report," she requested. "Transition successful, Madam President," came the reply. "The New Horizon is now traveling at effective speeds of 50 times the speed of light. Estimated arrival at Proxima Centauri, 14 days. She nodded, then turned to address the assembled media. "Today marks not just humanity's first interstellar voyage, but the beginning of our transformation into a truly galactic species. We go to the stars not as conquerors, but as explorers, carrying with us the best of what it means to be human." In the depths of space, the New Horizon continued its journey, flanked by the sleek vessels of the Sanguinari fleet. Aboard the ship, transformed and unaltered humans worked together to monitor systems, conduct research, and prepare for the challenges that awaited them among alien worlds. The galaxy watched and waited. Humanity had accepted the invitation to evolve, but they had done so on their own terms, retaining their essential nature while gaining the tools to survive among the stars. The age of human expansion had begun, and with it, a new chapter in the story of both species. The vampire girl, who had once been feared, had indeed offered humanity eternal life. But more than that, she had offered them the chance to become legends,